So if you get a major placement, some type of major deal as a music producer, should you take your beats offline, stop selling them online, etc., etc.? So I'm out here about to actually hit the Sam Mash and pick up some equipment. But that's a good question. I hear that question a lot, and I see producers doing that as well. So they get like a single. I mean, I've been online selling beats since 2004. So I mean, I've been doing this 13 years now. So live off beats in 2007. That's 10 years. So I mean, I've seen a lot of producers come and go. And a common occurrence I see is once a producer, they're marketing online, they're heavy putting their stuff out there, blowing up and buzzing, and then once they may, get the industry's attention and get a couple placements and they get a couple good checks, and then or maybe they get a hit single, they get a single, and the first thing they do is they take all their beats offline, they stop uploading, they stop building their brand on the internet. I personally believe that's the dumbest thing you can do, and I know why these young guys do it, because what happens is they get their first check, right? So you're like, okay, you selling beats for $20, $30, you get it selling exclusive for a couple $100. And what happens is, let's say they finally they break through, they get a couple big clients, Atlantic Records or something like that, or Def Jam, and they get maybe a couple placements, and so that check, you get one check, you may get 15,000, 20,000, even upwards of 40, 50,000, maybe if it's a bundle or something of that nature. So you get that lump sum of money, and you go, wow, damn, I'd have to sell 1,000 beats online at this price. I mean, you're like, yo, you realize like that lump sum of money, you haven't seen that type of money before. And then the second thing is like the vision that's been put in your mind is like once you get that placement and you're dealing with these, it was like you've made it, right? So now you're going to be the next Pharrell, the next Timbaland. You're going to be a superstar producer, multi-million-dollar producer. That's what's in your head. And so I'm not saying you won't become that, but what I'm saying is because of that thing that's in your head, you think that's how it works, that you then take all your shit offline, like, no, I made it, you know what I'm saying? And, you get your little manager, they pump your head up, you may sign a little publishing deal, and you're pumped up now. And you may get even in advance, you may sign a record deal and get in advance, you know what I'm saying, a producer deal, and you think that this is your big break, and you're going to be a multi-millionaire after this. And what ends up happening to a lot of producers is that they sell those initial beats, get those initial placements, maybe even an initial single, and they don't realize that behind the scenes, that they don't realize is getting paid like that. Yeah, you may see a lump sum of money, but when is the next time that lump sum check is going to come? And that's what they don't think about. They don't think about the future. They're just thinking about, man, you know what? I just got this check now. I can pay my bills. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My bills are paid for a couple months, maybe even a year with this type of check. So what they don't think about, though, is that how often do those checks going to come like that? They don't come every day. They don't come every week. And you're not in control of when they come. And so what I've seen happen time and time again, producers, they work hard, build their brand online, they make a decent income, they get that couple big checks from the placements, they take everything offline. And I know them personally behind the scenes, so I'm not calling any names, but you've seen it. And you wonder whatever happened to them. They don't got no more singles, and they ain't got no stuff playing. So you have to ask yourself, well, where's their income coming in from? Right? I mean, where's the money coming from? Because they ain't making no money, And I just, I'm going to do a different video about the Focus producer. Shout out to Focus, him working at UPS at one time, and I'm going to talk about that. So that's a video on its own. But what you're seeing is the same thing that I've been saying for years, is that producers don't put their real life out there like that on what's really happening in terms of their income. And so we imagine that they just riding around in Bentleys and shit after, they got a couple hit singles, and we don't really see exactly behind the scenes that those checks are coming in slower. They have to, take out second mortgages on their house. They got to get loans. They're trying to figure out how they're going to pay their bills, because you get 1 or 2, 3 checks, but that check is not consistent. It's a lot of producers that I know that tell you right now, they got major placements that can tell you their credit and say, man, I ain't had no money come in for production in years. You know what I'm saying? And why is that? Because the way the industry works is you're fighting for placements. The artist may record 100 tracks for this next album, and now it's certain industry producers who already slotted for that album, so that's going, they already gonna get their slots. And then now you guys up and coming producers, some that may be signed to those artists or signed to that camp, and they're gonna make sure they slotted on the album. So now you're fighting it out for 2 or 3 slots, 4 slots. And you may get some and you may not. And so now what if you don't get on this album release, or this next album that's coming out? You're not getting on none of those, then what? What you gonna do? where your money come from. So that's why I never advocate that. I always tell producers, I've been teaching y'all from the fucking beginning. It doesn't hurt to keep your brand moving online. Now, let's say you got some industry work and now you got the next single, you got the new single that's out. Why would you stop working your online brand? It don't mean that you got to stay online selling beats for $20. Maybe you you don't even sell the beats, but you keep your brand alive. You keep marketing yourself as this producer. Maybe you up your prices on the websites. Okay, well, I'm charging $5,000 a track. You understand what I'm saying? And you build off the brand that you've been building in the industry, that you've gotten some singles, you've gotten some placements, you work with some major artists, and then you continue to build that online presence and that brand, so you can always come back to that, because that's the one thing you control. You can control that income. You can get paid every day by selling your beats on the internet, and that money come right to your bank account. You see what I'm saying? You're not waiting for a label to cut you a check or somebody or cut you a check. You're getting that money instantly, and so you can control that, you can grow that, and you can scale that. And so that's what, I think it's a big mistake for you producers, that you get you a little something, get hot a little bit, and you take all your shit off the internet after you spent years building that online brand. And it don't even occur to them that, wait a minute, that's how I got discovered in the first place. Why would I stop building on a thing that got me this opportunity in the first place? And so I've seen that happen, and then, like I said, it's like clockwork. You take all that shit down, I'm the next big producer. They never really blew up to be. They're not the next. They don't become Mike Will. They don't become the Mustard. They don't become those guys. They actually just guys that were in the background. They're gonna be working a regular job one day and be like, damn, I used to do this. I've seen it happen over and over again. You know what I'm saying? But why is Postman still here 13 years later? Why am I still relevant 13 years later after I started? And we still selling beats online. And not only am I still selling beats online, we doing industry work, and we got new shit coming. We got brand new brands that we're putting out in the music space. I mean, it keeps going. While a lot of other guys over the years I have seen come and go, because I understood early the importance of a brand. I said, you know what? I'm always going to stay out there. If I got the video, people laughed at me. They thought I was crazy. The producers in the community was laughing at me. Man, this dude doing videos. This dude, man, they out there, well, I'm working with something. I said, okay, you keep doing that. I'm going to do it my way. I turned down deals and all the type of shit y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I said, I'm never going to stop building my brand, in all aspects. So now you got Live Off Beats as a brand. We branched off into loops and packs and drums. I sell all kind of shit. We still sell beats. We got industry work we doing. I mean, we just doing a lot of stuff. TV, film. So now I get a royalty check every quarter. I've been getting a royalty check every quarter since 2011. I'm checking my ASCAP stuff. I'm like, damn, I'm still getting new shit, man. I just did 10 episodes of that show, The Rap Game. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 episodes of that shit. Music all in there. Got royalty check. I'm just saying, like, it's when you realize that it's about you creating a brand and keeping that brand out there. That's what attracts the opportunities to you. Why would you ever do that? Like I said, you don't have to do it in the same way. Let's say you're selling beats for $30, you start getting a deal. I mean, you may not want to sell beats for $30 because you got the industry looking at you. They giving you 10, 15, maybe 5,000 a beat. You said, well, I don't want to be charging them that price. And then they look online, they could buy at least the same beat for 30, 40, 50, $100. So you may take the prices up, but don't stop building the brand. And that's what I think we mixed up, selling beats online for the cash part, but forget about the branding part. That's even more important, because the brand is what lasts us for 10 years down. How they gonna make money 10 years down the road? How you gonna make money 15 years down the road? That's if you got a brand that's keep lasting for a long time. Live Off Beats, that's a brand. Been here 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a quick money play. It was a brand that we built. And so now I'm connected with all motherfuckers around the world, big dogs. I did deals with companies that Native Instruments, and all started from a brand. But I wasn't thinking just about how can I just get some money today. I was always thinking about what's gonna happen for the next 10 years, 15 years. And I quickly learned that companies that have a brand, that survives. So that's what I want to leave with you. LiveOffBeats.com. Never stop building your brand on the internet. I don't give a damn what type of opportunities you get. So anyways, click down there. I got a course called Branding for Big Bucks. It's gonna teach you how to brand and all that type of shit. So get that course. Catch you later, man. Peace.